Today, we're going to talk about something pretty revolutionary, a whole new way to build apps called Lovable Vibe Coding. Seriously, if you've ever had that brilliant app idea but got totally stuck on the whole how to build it part, then this is for you. Let's jump right in. So does this question sound familiar? You've got the vision, you've got the killer concept, but the actual coding part feels like this giant, impossible wall. Trust me, you are definitely not alone in feeling that way. The truth is, building an app is just hard. It's often a really frustrating process. Even when you think you're making progress, things just don't work the way you imagine them. Buttons don't respond, user data seems to just vanish, and core features, well, they just break. It's a super common challenge. But what if there was a way to just skip past all that initial headache? Well, this is where a really powerful new idea comes into play: lovable vibe coding. So what on earth is it? Simply put, it's a method where you just describe your app idea in plain, normal language. Then an AI takes your words and, like magic, translates them into a working app. It just dramatically lowers the barrier to entry for anyone who's not a programmer. Yeah, the whole idea really started gaining traction in early 2025, and it nails this fundamental shift. Instead of writing endless lines of code, you're basically just having a conversation with an AI to build your product. It lets you focus on being creative, not on worrying about syntax. And the process itself, it's beautifully simple. First, you just describe what you want. Something like, I need a fitness app that tracks meals and has a really clean design. Then the AI gets to work and spits out a testable prototype, not in weeks, but in minutes. You can then look at it, ask for changes, and once it feels right, that's when you bring in developers to polish it up for a real release. And when you compare this to the old way of doing things, the difference is just stark. I mean, think about it. Creating a prototype, something that normally takes weeks, even months, can now be done in minutes. That massive speed boost, plus the lower cost, makes this a total game changer for entrepreneurs. It all sounds pretty perfect, doesn't it? A super fast, affordable way to bring any idea to life. But, and this is a big but, here's where we kind of need to pump the brakes. Because what looks amazing in a demo doesn't always hold up in the real world. An app that seems totally flawless as a prototype can fall apart really fast when real users and all their messy, complex behaviors get involved. Turns out, the AI magic has its limits. And that brings us right to the reality check. Let's dig into what actually happens when these AI-generated apps run headfirst into that wall of real-world demands. This is where that initial sparkle starts to fade. A user tries a more complicated workflow, and it just breaks. They want to customize something, but the option just isn't there. As more people use the app, buttons start to lag, data goes missing, and the whole thing just can't keep up. These are the hidden cracks in a purely AI-built foundation. And the fallout from that? It's huge. Almost half, 48% of users will straight up uninstall an app because it crashes or has bugs. Think about that. Nearly half your audience just gone because the app wasn't solid enough. And this really gets to the heart of it. AI tools are amazing for that first draft, for getting basic ideas off the ground. But when things get complicated, that's when a human developer becomes absolutely essential. They can build custom solutions, hunt down those tricky bugs, and design an app that's built for stable, long-term growth. All things that are still way beyond what an automated tool can do. So you see, the answer isn't AI or developers. The real hero in this story is a hybrid approach, where that human expertise is the crucial partner to the AI's speed. See, a developer's job is to take that promising prototype and turn it into a professional, polished product. They're obsessed with stability and performance, making sure the app is fast and bug-free. They deal with all the annoying requirements for the app stores. And maybe most importantly, they build the strong foundation for security and future growth. And the stakes here are just massive. We're talking about almost 180 billion, with a B, downloads from just the Google and Apple stores projected by 2026. In a market that huge, you can't just have a good idea. Your app has to be absolutely flawless to stand out. Okay, so how do we wrap this all up? The journey from a simple prototype to a real successful product really comes down to one core strategy. The winning formula, the secret sauce, is this hybrid approach. You use AI for what it's best at, incredible speed for prototyping and checking if your idea even works. Then you bring in developers for their unique strength, to handle the complex logic, make sure the app is stable and secure, and get it ready to grow. You get the best of both worlds. At the end of the day, it's about understanding there are two different stages here. A prototype, that's for testing your concept with a handful of people, but a full-scale app built by an expert team is designed to support millions. And that's the huge difference between showing potential and being truly ready for the market. So that leaves us with one final crucial question to think about. You might have an absolutely brilliant prototype, but is it actually ready for reality? Thanks for tuning in.